putting in so far. You've energized us this morning, and as the Chief of Staff said, I don't know if we have the floor, as he has given the ministry back to us, to go on to give you a brief about the ministry. Because we would want to engage you more, for you to experience what we do, more than telling you what you do. And we'll spend a little time to run through the, the introductory things. And then when we go down, we'll engage most of the people. And then we also have a look at our little effort to put into having a daycare center. So, Your Excellency, the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection is mandated to coordinate and ensure gender equality and equity and promote the survival, social protection and development of children, vulnerable and excluded persons with disability and integrate the fulfillment of their rights, empowerment and full participation in national development. The ministry has a vision to create a harmonious society in which the survival and development of the sexes, children, the vulnerable, the persons with disability are guaranteed. So for this reason, part of our core function is to formulate gender, child development and social protection policies and facilitate its mainstreaming into national development agenda. We are also to develop guidelines and advocacy strategies for use by all MDAs, that is ministries, departments and agencies, and for collaboration with development partners and civil society organizations. We also have to ensure compliance with international protocols, conventions, and treaties in relation to gender, children, and social protection. Finally, we also have to monitor and evaluate programs and projects on gender, children, and the vulnerable and excluded persons with disability. The ministry has one of the largest staff in terms of MDAs. We have over 1,000 staff under us. We have 7 directorates, 3 departments, 5 secretariats. So under the directorates, we have the general administration, the human resources, policy planning, monitoring and evaluation, research, statistics and information management, social protection, procurement and supply chain management, and the finance directorate. We've been able, accounting for this past 8 to 9 months, we've been able to get the following policies and bills to receive cabinet approval and parliamentary approval as well. It's also, this includes the National Gender Policy. So we have the National Gender Policy from 2025 to 2034. We also have the Early Childhood Care and Development Policy approved by Cabinet this year, 2025 to 2034. And then we have the Domestic Violence Policy, also approved 2025 to 2035. We have one act which has also gone through the parliamentary processes and received presidential assent, which is the Social Protection Act. And this act gives us a big mandate as a ministry to be able to coordinate all of the social protection interventions in all the ministries, departments, and agencies in Ghana. And this is a big one for us. let me also use the opportunity to say a big thank you to you for all the support you offered at cabinet level to get this policies and then the acts approved and passed. His Excellency, through the Ministry of Finance, has allocated some seed fund for the establishment of it. I know you've been working, we have an updated report of all that is going on. Everybody is looking forward to the structure, approval, and establishment of the Women's Development Bank, and that will be one of the most, flagship, huge success that will be chalked by this industry under your watch. So we are looking forward. We have lots of ways of suspended the head. We are collaborating with the police to effect the arrest of the man, the perpetrator. So these are some of the things, the challenges. I see you're excited about that. But the good thing is that because there is more awareness of what abuse is, everyone, one way or the other, is becoming each other's neighbor. And so in the name of good neighborliness, you see people watching over the neighbor's household to report or video abuse cases. And so it puts the ministry and its stakeholders on it to get most of these issues resolved. And so in our 16 days of activism, we'll use the month to highlight some of these issues, hold more community engagement for the general public to understand and know what abuse is. And then we also have a toll-free number which the general public accesses. Upon your kind advice, we're going to go ahead to engage the public more in the media, radio stations, television, so you'll be seeing more of us out there and to strengthen our PR. It is out there. So with a presence today, we are energized to be out there, fearless, bold, telling our story. That we get to the desired or expectations of every Ghanaian. We've had some lesson sharing in Brazil with so many countries across the globe to ensure that we improve it. The challenges will not cease, but we are poised to ensure that we resolve them before they even show up. And that is where we are getting to. Teachers can attest to the improvements in the meals that students are receiving now. When you go to the grounds, you see that our caterers are doing their best. Our appeal, which we have laid before your table, and then the Ministry of Finance, is to get see to it that the grant is increased per child, and we are hoping and know that the listening governments very soon it will be done. And let me also say that in asking for more, I need to acknowledge that we came to increase it from 1 cedi 50 pesos to 2 cedis, and we just started disbursing the 2 cedis. With the improvement in quality in the meals we are seeing, we are hoping that when we ask for more, it will be in place. And so that is why we are placing this year, cutting salt to begin the construction of the shelters promised by your administration. And then I'm sure Ghanaians will be very happy. We'll give you the full details of it when we are doing the first salt cutting, and then the vision will be there. But for you to know that we are actually working hard to ensure that this is done. With the Passion Act, we are supposed to be monitoring the institutions, certifying them by way of motivation to ensure compliance. And so the committee has been inaugurated. In fact, all boards of the ministry have been inaugurated. And so this committee, which is the Gender Equity Committee, is the main machinery for executing the Affirmative Action Act. And so they are working assiduously to ensure that the act is implemented. It's taken